Good morning to you and welcome. This is Kakaaki Social and it's Friday edition, TGIF. Now, the presidential candidate of the Labour Party in the 2023 election, Peter Obi, has made public the account of his campaign funds donation. Now, with his fundraising team in Abuja, Obi also mentioned that a private investigator will be appointed to deal with the alleged financial mismanagement of the party. From what was presented, as you are seeing on your screen, the campaign was funded by Peter Obi himself, who provided 800 million naira. Another 500 million naira, over 500 million naira actually, got in from donors too. Well, the vice presidential candidate, Dati Baba Ahmed, and the Labour Party, Gongo, seem to have different accounts because we could not find them in what the presidential candidate, Peter Obi, and his team gave to us yesterday, if you could see it. But then let's go over to see how they said they got the money and how much was spent for what. But technically, this is just a summary right here. Topping the chart would be legal expenses that 744 million naira was spent on. That's the height of everything here. Like the next thing, I think the next thing is campaign materials, and it was just, polling unit agent, and it was just 324. Then we also have the 477,000. Just how about we listen to them before reactions?
This is not, I'm not involved in the party accounting. I'm not part of the party management. If you know how party function, which I'm not signatory, that we must now appoint a reputable audit firm to audit and be able to deal with the accounting of the party.
So out of all of this thing, campaign materials worth 268 million naira, 374,330 naira were procured and distributed across the 36 states and also Abuja. Media and radio broadcasting cost was about 16 million naira, 422,867.
All right, so that was summarily it yesterday. Liti says, what did I just read? He donated way above others for himself. Even bank charges. This man still Adam for breakdown analysis or more. We really miss an accountable human. God bless you, Peter Obi. And then for landlord tweeting at Simeon on the score 042, it says, balance even day. This Peter Obi is very clean and integrity personified. Please, can PDP show us a little glance of their financial audit? More reactions. Author of Camelot says, a few thoughts on the Peter Obi campaign financial audit. 1, excluding legal expenses, they spent just over 1 billion naira and got 6.1 million votes. Even if Labour Party contributed separately, it's easily the cheapest major campaign ever. And he says, kudos. Then number 2 observation, according to him, is that Dati didn't donate to the campaign. He's asking, and he says, what a guy, thumbs down right there. Oladi says, since they went through this, they could also publish the statements of bank account, invoices, receipts, and income and expense statements. It's commendable of him to delight and provide a source of pride for those who support him, as those who harbor dislike towards him are indifferent. I mean, we are never satisfied, I must say. You already did that, and we're asking now to say, okay, this person donated this amount and on what date. But I'm not sure the people who donated want much details as that, but maybe not. Well, on the much talked about state policing, the presidency and state government met in Abuja on Thursday, and they say that they are considering its establishment. Addressing newsmen after the meeting, the Minister of Information and National Orientation, Mohammed Idris, explained that the process is still in its infancy and would only take shape after more deliberations.
Of improving the numeric strength of forest rangers, to train them so that they can keep our forest and our borders very safe. The federal government and the state governments are mulling the possibility of setting up state police. Of course, this is still going to be further discussed. A lot of work has to be done in that direction.
All right, let's see. No evidence says, I wonder why some Nigerians believe creating state police by corrupt politicians is a good idea. But then he says, good luck. And for Ino, it says, let them allow the state police have power to arrest incumbent governors. So it will help fight the real criminals than for the governors to use them in killing their opposition members. Strong one there, I didn't know, but that's his thought. Amas says, trust me, virtually all the state governors in Nigeria who sadistically and satanically use their state police to harass, intimidate, and terrorize their imaginary and real social, economic, and political opponent and critics on the false allegations. And also, Aku says it will not be perfect, but it's still better than this everything from Abuja, please. I know that a lot of advocacies have been made in regards to this to say that Abuja is doing too much. States needs to be empowered and all of that. But let's see how much work they will need to do and how much time it will take them to arrive at this. That's if this is going to be the destination eventually. But the governor of Edo State, Godwin Obozeghie, and his deputy, Philip Shaibu, are back to the social media with another episode of their Show of Shame series. Please roll this. This time, it's coming from Bayelsa State, where both of them were for the second term inauguration of the state governor, Odoyediri. Please roll this, thank you. In a viral video at the event, Obozeghie is seen refusing the handshake of the deputy, that's Shaibu. What does this even mean? I mean, it's looking like the rift between the one-time political allies is not ending anytime soon. I looped this just so you could get the message, and I hope that you are seeing it. That's Obozeghie right there, and other governors. Yeah, Sim Fubara. Shaibu is coming into the picture, and that's my governor and his deputy there. Another episode of Show of Shame. I mean, it's going to be a long time if you ask me from all indications. Let's see how this met netizens. This user says, it's disappointing to see Obozeghie behave in such a manner. What will Oshomole have to say about this now? It was Philip's ruggedity that played a significant role in securing his re-election for a second term. More reactions will be from Kalu Sam, who says, governor and deputy governor in the same event, you also have to come and be shaking dignitaries when your principal is already seated. Common. But then this user says this Shaibu of a guy knows exactly what he is doing. The more things like this keep happening, the more sympathy he gets. This man Shaibu is intentionally looking for media attention and sympathy, so he would deliberately orchestrate situations like this. And in another development, DB says, I did pray make Philip Shaibu become the next governor for Edo. God go yeah. Go yeah we. Okay, please also to roll this. Similarly, in another video, the Vice President Kashim Shettima on Thursday directed the River State Governor Sim Fubara to go greet his predecessor, that's FCT Minister Nyesom Wike. In the video on social media, Fubara had walked behind Wike to say hello to Shettima, who was in the company of another. However, Shettima, after exchanging pleasantries with Fubara, asked him to go back to acknowledge the minister. See him right there. I mean, what's going on with snubbing? And Wike was even applauded. Like, he saw him pass, if you would see that again, and then he came back and he actually shook hands, unlike my governor and the deputy. But let's call it a day on that and move on to our final story. The House of Representatives says it is not true that it is considering a legislation to ban sports betting in Nigeria. The member representing Iche Omuma constituency, Kelechi Uwogu, who moved the said misunderstood motion on Thursday, says on X that the purpose is to protect the rights of players while ensuring compliance with existing regulations.
Worried that the weak or neglected regulations of sports betting has dangerously led to mental health problems such as depression, anxiety, and broken relationships due to lying or stealing from friends and family, financial problems, legal issues, job loss, due to excessive loss of debts, increased crime rates, and eventually committing suicide. Prohibits underage participation. Right now, the Speaker will resolve as follows: to invite the National Lottery Regulatory Body Commission to brief the committee on its efforts to safeguard the rights of sports betting players. Urge the Federal Ministry of Information and National Orientation to conduct comprehensive nationwide campaigns to raise public awareness about the negative impact of youth participation of sports betting.
Okay, so that's the member right there on the space of social media. Romanos says, good moves by our lawmakers. It should be totally banned because it has destroyed so many of our youths. It has become an addiction to the extent some people now sell their personal properties just to play bet. The worst of is our girls have joined too. Final thought on this coming in from Chike is saying that they just need to regulate it and not totally stop it. These people are trying to push the people to the wall, and the outcome wouldn't be nice when they end up frustrating everyone. It's been clarified that they're not making plans to frustrate anybody, but just to make sure that everyone is protected and they are playing by the rules. So that's how we call it a day today on Kakaaki Social. And of course, that's how we call it a week today on Kakaaki Social. I will see you again on Monday. Please do well to follow me on my handle at Rena Obio.
You appear very happy that you are wrapping up for the week today.
Yes, I think I'm happy.
You need a bit of rest, right?
Well, I'm not even going to rest because right like now, you know when they say let's the sad person say they are happy. I got my phone destroyed.
Oh.
You know that I called phone technicians and I wanted to compare prices, and these guys sounded like they got a memo. Like people in different parts, they told me same categories, the same amount. I'm like, oh God, now my laptop I go to use for this life, no phone anymore. But I really need a plastic phone. God, I don't know what's wrong with me.
You know one thing about this, what you're doing, you have so many fans out there, Nigerians, who love what you're doing, who love how you bring out their voice to national television for everyone to hear what they've got to say. And I'm sure someone somewhere is listening and bets me before this weekend ends, Rena, you've got the walking tool you need.
Amen.
It's a prophet.
Hallelujah. Hallelujah.
Amen. But this your social media netizens can be funny. How come they are picking out these pictures and these videos one by one about this handshake?
But I think that it looks petty. I mean, it's okay in my judgment. If I have to, it was really petty. At least because we are outside, let's just pretend that
all
okay.
is well.
Then we'll go back to say, please don't try that nonsense with me again. Do you understand? But not a grown man like that. I mean, deputy, aspirant, aspiring to take over your position, and then you are there snubbing him like.
Doesn't show maturity.
Nice at all.
All right, Rena, let me let you go.
All right, catch you.
So when you get this prophecy
testimony,
yeah,
I will
testimony,
definitely.
you let me know.